Yes. We're now recording. We are on YouTube and we are on Facebook. And I am so happy that we are doing this again. And you may have noticed that there have been some changes here lately. Yes. We're now recording. We are on there we go. YouTube and we are on Facebook. Okay, so, and the changes, they are absolutely amazing. I am so happy to be sharing with you these changes. Uh, because like I'm sharing with you as we go, as we have all of these live videos, as I come here on a daily basis, weekly. Um, I feel so thrilled to share with you the much that has changed in my life, right? And it is both professional and personal. And this is why today we're going to talk about your personal career. Hey, Lucia, how are you? Because like the personal career, and this is something like so interesting. Because for long, I have seen people separate what is personal and what is professional. And nobody talks about when it is a personal profession, career, because who does it? Like, who is the doctor? Who is the assistant? Who is the teacher? It is you. If it is you, it is personal to you. So a career is something that is nothing but personal. So when we think of a career as, okay, this is the professional aspect of a life, yeah, but why do people have professions? It is to fulfill their personal needs, their personal life, right? Because we are one only thing. And okay, this is just coming to me right now because what I wanted to discuss with you a little bit is really like how you can make your personal career happen. But now the comparison just came to me super clear. Like it's just like saying that God, the Holy Spirit, and the Son and the Father, they're separate. They're not. You have the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. They are God altogether. So you are you, and you have you working for your personal development, and your professional development is part of that. And then you have family, but that is what makes you be you, right? So it's not like you could wake up, and I say that a lot about God, right? Okay, God, I am gonna go to work, so you stay home. And then you're gonna go and say, hello, Anna. So, Anna, now I'm going to work, you stay home. Because the professional is going there. Like it's like the personal you, the individual you, the human you is not part of this, just the professional. This is my career time. And then you would just like go on and off with who you are throughout the day, depending on what you're accomplishing. So this is my moment as a woman, so then the professional is there. I don't see it like that. I've never been able to really see it that separate, and it doesn't work like this. And even like it's even more, how can I say that, it's even more impossible to do that once you decide to have your own business. Because it may be that because you have a career, like a job. Hey, Sadis, how good to see you here. If you have like a job, and then you have to do what your boss says. Okay, you go ahead now and do this. You go ahead now and do that. You go here and this. And then you're just like doing what you're told to do. I would understand that you cannot fulfill who you are, your individual self, your personal aspects, doing what you're doing. However, I still believe that it's your choice to do that. And then if you have chosen, it is personal to you. It may have been a bad personal decision, but it's still personal. It's still you. It's still your career. And there is nothing you can do to change that. It's not like one thing could be free from the other. No, that doesn't happen. So the thing is, when you have a job, when you do that and you are hired by someone to perform a task, to fulfill what they have decided is to be fulfilled, your personal needs and wants will not be priority. For some people, that is okay. For others, maybe because of their personality or because of their, experiences in life, it is different and they will not take it as lightly, right? So, why am I saying that? As we evolve in life, some things become more or less important to us. And these things, they play a great role in our professional career decisions. Hello, Adilson. How? And then when you cannot decide what you want to do, this is when it becomes really complicated. So if you are granted the opportunity or you have chosen to have your own career, your personal business, and that is personal because it is yours, then you can also choose how you are going to be taking decisions and growing that business and thinking about the things that are or not important. So, what I have developed in my practice after having been an entrepreneur for now over 22 years, I started with the very first time that I had my own business, officially speaking, was between going from 1999 to the year 2000, right? That's when I had my business for the first time, and it was back then an English school. So I've got some experience in that, and when I had that English school, this is so perfect to contrast. That English school that I had was actually a franchise. So I had someone who was the franchisor who told me what I could, should, would, had to do all the time. I couldn't choose the colors, I couldn't choose the names, I couldn't choose the pillars, I couldn't choose anything. I couldn't even choose the marketing. What I could choose regarding marketing was, are you doing this one or that one? But I could not choose to do something else, right? I could not be creative and show who I was, or show what my business meant to me in my marketing pieces. I couldn't. Later, I still worked as I still had an English teaching business, but I no longer had a formal company. I was teaching as I was self-employed, and I went to companies and I had my students when I went to the companies to teach them. And then I did not use any sort of marketing. It was just word of mouth. So I was happy that I could live off of a life where I worked the hours that I wanted. I told people, this is when I'm available. Do you want to have me teach you during these hours? I'm available. If not, then I'm sorry, I can't. And that's not something that everyone can do. Many times, and I would say that now that it's totally my business, sometimes I just have to do what I have to do. That's it. You gotta do what you gotta do. It's not about, oh, I don't want to do it now. I can, but I know what it's going to take, right? So I was doing my marketing, and I was not doing any marketing. I didn't know what I was doing because I was only simply teaching English. I didn't really have a business. I didn't have a goal. It was super personal because I made it work for my hours, my personality, and my needs. So it was very, very personal. And I've got to say that I have always been blessed to be able to choose to work the hours I wanted to work. I've never had to work hours that were not good for me. I always said, this is when I'm available, this is when I'm doing it, even when I was an employee. So with that, what I have learned is that it is possible for you to have the life you want to have. You only have to really like figure out what your pillars are. And then I am working on this brand new material that like I'm calling the Feminine Genius Activation Personal Career Business Pillars Framework. The 3 business pillars framework, which is what? Why 3? 1 for the Father, 1 for the Son, 1 for the Holy Spirit. Sustaining me to be closer to God. And this is because my business has a different mission. I have a mission with my business. It's not only a way for me to make money, right? My business is actually a way for me to fulfill the Lord's mission that was given to me. That is personal to me. That's why one of my pillars is faith. My other pillar is family, because to me that's a non-negotiable. I would never, and if I like just go in hindsight and I think of everything I have done throughout my life since my very, very first job when I was 18, I've always decided to say yes or no, to want or not want a certain professional opportunity, depending on how that would affect my family. When I was little, when I was young, not little, when I was young, it was about my son, and then the hours that I would get home to be ready for dinner, if I could or not be home early in the morning to do what I had to do about like chores and things like that, go about my day. And then later in time, when I was by myself, still it was like my son was grown up. I didn't really have to plan things around him, but still I would never do anything that he was not in agreement with. And then later, now that I have my husband, my daughter, again, everything I do, my hours here with you, my hours with my students, my hours with my mentorees, they are always when my family is okay with that. So I build my schedule around these priorities that to me are like, it cannot compromise my faith, it cannot compromise my family. And the third pillar is, it has got to have financial reward. If there is no financial reward, why am I doing it? Right? Okay, because I could be doing it just for the sake of helping humanity. And I do that as well, but then that's not part of my business. Okay, but yet my business is personal because it is my business according to what I want, what I know will be positive to me, my family, and the things that we want in our lives. So even if I would have to go ahead now and say that I'm changing my life 100%, I'm looking for a job, I am going to look for a job that does not compromise my faith, neither my family, and that brings me financial reward. So once I know, and I suggest that you do that yourself, once you know what your pillars are, it is so much easier to focus. Because the greatest problem when someone is starting a business is focus, is making sure that you're doing what you have to do for that goal to happen, for you to reach that. Because when you are beginning your business, you look everywhere and you think that everything is an opportunity. And you forget to really put that against the things that are non-negotiable for you, to make sure that it's not going to be a conflict. Because if it is a conflict, you should not do it. Because at a later time, that will turn into a big problem in your personal life. Maybe even in the business itself, because it is not going to be in alignment with who you are. So knowing your pillars is critical for you to have a business that you will want to grow, for you to have a business that you will want to work for. And then there are more and more things that I consider extremely important that we discuss in our Feminine Genius Activation group, which I will leave here the link for you, that are like your field of love, your digital office, right? Your online office, your address, like where you have to have your office online, and confidence, how you can actually make sure that you are doing what you're supposed to do. Something that I find extremely powerful is when women realize that if God put that fire in your heart, even if you feel like you're going to be going against people around you, like sometimes your husband, you just have to believe that if God gave you that mission, if He put that fire in your heart, it's because He will be there for you. It's because He is going to help you do that. And He's going to work in the heart of the people around you so that they are not any obstacle for you to fulfill that. And women, many times, they have their dreams, they have their it's a dream because they do not make that be a plan. So they have their dreams and they don't do anything, they don't act upon it, they don't turn those dreams into goals and those goals into actions because they are afraid their family, but mostly the husband, is not going to be supportive. They take it for granted that they don't want to have competition. They take it for granted that their kids are not going to love them anymore, when it's only a matter of adjusting things and resting in the Lord. Let the Lord work for you. Let the Lord give you the way. Let the Lord build the path for you to walk on. Believe that if that fire is in your heart, it is for you to fan it. Fan it with your love, with your will, with your might, and that will grow because the Lord gave that to you. So there is nothing that was put in your heart by the Lord that will not grow unless you don't fan it. So don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Yes, having a business is personal. So it is your business to do it. It is your business to turn that dream into a goal and that goal into action and that action into fruit, right? And I really want to be there for you and help you and hold your hand and celebrate with you when you realize the greatness that you are building. Because there's no way you're gonna go through this life without fulfilling your true feminine genius. I'm with you in this journey, right? So let's do it together. I'm gonna leave here the link. I'm just like inviting you on this journey. It's not paid, it's totally free. I am building a community of women who want to develop their feminine genius to be able to be the best woman in their families, the best woman in their marriages, the best woman in their careers, always personal, because your life is personal, right? I love you. Have a beautiful and blessed Friday. Enjoy your weekend, because on the weekend I'll be enjoying my family, which is one of my pillars: faith, family, and finances. Okay? So find your pillars, make sure that you are true to them, and you will see how much easier it will be to have a very good life work balance. Okay? God bless you.